What's up? I wanted to give you guys an update on some things that are going on in my world. As you can see today, I've been working on the raffle tickets, and we got under 100 tickets left. And so I've been cutting up all the different entries and putting them here in the bucket. You can see here I got quite a few in there. Again, I'm only selling 200, and we've had a couple of people buy some fairly large allotments of tickets. And so I've just been kind of working on these bad boys. I printed them up, and I'm chopping them up and putting them there in the bucket. You probably noticed my voice is pretty crappy. And my daughter...
Introduce yourself.
I'm Caitlin.
Caitlin who?
I am Caitlin Johnson, Tinker. I'm Dave's daughter.
When we went to Oregon, was fairly sick, and then we spent a couple of days on the mountain, as you're aware, and so I ended up getting her cold. Thank you, Caitlin. It's not her fault, totally. I don't know, I get sick easily, I guess. I try to take a lot of vitamin C, but sometimes that doesn't really pan out. It feels like I'm kicking it pretty quickly, but you know, it sucks nonetheless. I wanted to talk to you guys about some things that have gone on over the last couple of weeks. Something that happened, which was kind of bizarre. I went to visit Gravity Group, which is the home of NV Scooters here in North America, and I published a vlog. And many of you guys have already seen that vlog, but if you've been on my YouTube channel, you probably noticed that it's not there anymore. Unfortunately, there were some things that that they weren't necessarily stoked about. We're working through some of those things, and I'm working with them to get that vlog back up. I've got to edit out a few things, make a few changes probably, but we'll get that back up for you guys because it's really cool. I want you to meet my friend Tony up there because he's a super rad guy, and I just, you know, I hate that they took exception to some of the things that we did, but nonetheless, I want to make sure that I do right by those guys because I really do like their product. I really do like the people in their offices there in Oregon. They're pretty cool folks, so I want you to meet them. I don't really have any intention of not continuing to promote the NV brand, even in the midst of this, but we'll kind of see where it nets out, and hopefully I can get that video back up for you guys with a few minor changes and tweaks, and we'll see how that goes. Also, you see I've got my computer torn apart here. I need to make a lot of edits to the Wisdom Skateboards website, and we're making some major team changes going into 2018. Some folks that you're familiar with that are no longer going to continue forward with us. Trevor Hyde. Trevor has taken a position as a pastor at a church in Detroit, and we think that is awesome, and that's consuming a lot of his time. And some of the things that he needs to do in that role, and some of the things that we need him to do in our role at Wisdom Skateboards, they just didn't line up. Not that, you know, not that he's doing anything wrong or that we're doing anything wrong. It's just our paths are parting. You know, sometimes the Lord will put us on different journeys. And what's cool about that is I believe that while God has put Trevor on a new path and he's putting us on a new path, you know, that God's going to interconnect us with other people that we need to be connected with. And so we wish Trevor the best, and he's still a part of our extended family and a part of our prayer channel. And we hope that you guys will continue to support Trevor in the midst of his journey and what he's doing, because his ministry is really powerful. We love him. We love what he's doing. But my computer is down because I had some internet work done here at my house. I've moved my router, and now I can't plug my computer into my router. So I've ordered a wireless Ethernet card to go in my computer. So once I get that in, which will be in the next couple of days probably, I'm going to start making some edits to our website. You'll see the other team changes on there as well. Another big thing I need you guys to know about too is the street team is coming down. We may tweak it a little bit. We may make some changes to the street team program that we have. we've got somebody that we're talking to right now that may be a great candidate to do something with that. We may interconnect it with something else. I know that's pretty ambiguous. There's a there's a lot of ifs there, things I can't share with you yet because it's not fully baked. But nonetheless, it's good changes. Things that, it's okay for us to try something and it not work. I would much rather try something and it not work than not try anything at all because I'm afraid to fail. And I hope that you guys would live your life that way too. I mean, I see you do it out at the skate park all the time. You try a really hard trick, you might make it, you might not, but it didn't prevent you from trying it. So that's kind of the same thing that I'm doing here. We're trying some things out and seeing if it works, and if it doesn't, then so be it. That's totally cool. We'll move on and we'll do something else. It's awesome. I just want to make sure that we are investing our resources as wisely as we possibly can. The most valuable resource that we really have is not money, it's time. I mean, I can always get more money. I can't get more time. Once I spend this minute, that minute is gone forever. I'll never get that minute back. And that's important. That's an important message for all of us. Live in the moment. We're not promised tomorrow. I'm not promised 5 minutes from now, and neither are you. But if we live in the moment and we do what God's calling us to do, then we're maximizing that time that we have. We're maximizing our lives. So anyway, with team changes and stuff that's happening, don't freak out about that. It's totally cool. God's going to bring some other cool people into the Wisdom family, and other people He's going to lead on a different path to do more awesome things. Ultimately, we're all playing on the same team, which is the kingdom team, right? We're all trying to achieve a common goal, which is to introduce as many people as we possibly can to their Creator, which is Jesus. And so it's hard to not be stoked about that. So anyway, while you see things changing, there's some exciting things that are happening. There's even a lot of things that are happening under the covers here that we can't share with you guys. But it's all super exciting stuff, and I'm working super hard to grow connectivity in ministry. That's really what I want. I really want this YouTube channel to be something that connects with folks in different ways. Maybe you need encouragement. I hope that these videos will speak to you and give you some encouragement. Maybe you need somebody to talk to, and so I hope that these videos would give you somebody to connect with. As a matter of fact, just over the last couple of days, as I've been going through this battle with envy about the video that I posted, I was a little bit stressed out about that, and then the Lord just really kind of gave me peace over it. It'll work out and be whatever it is. And so in the midst of that, I've received 2 emails just over the last couple of days from people that I do not know. One person connected with me specifically because they had seen the videos, and God really spoke to them about getting involved in skate ministry. So actually, I think I'm going to be meeting with that guy tonight. We're having a phone call, and I'm pretty stoked about that. And then I got another email just this morning, actually, from somebody in Canada who says, I don't skate, but I really want to be involved in skate ministry. I want to be involved in what you're doing. And here's my skill set. This is what I have to offer. How can you use me? How can I be a part of what you're doing? And man, it's exciting to get those kinds of emails. It fires me up because it lets me know that God is doing something that's bigger than I could even imagine. And so even being back here in Florida, and I'm stoked to be home, although it sucks because it's like 40 degrees. And I know that's funny to some of you people, especially you folks up in New Jersey right now who are getting dumped on. 40 degrees is freezing here in Florida. That's why I got my beanie on and my hoodie on in my own house. And then I think even you see my heater, I got my heater over there and try to warm up my space because I'm freezing to death, man. And then I got this cold on top of all that. But you know what? It doesn't matter. God is in control, and God knows what's going on. And I'm good with that, man. I'm good with that. So I hope that you'll be encouraged by the things that we do going into this next year. I'm going to try to be diligent to get that stuff out to you as quickly as I can. I'm lining up some interviews going into the beginning of the year. Hopefully I'm going to meet with a guy that I think you guys really need to know. I mentioned Dan Hatcher when I met with Megan Guy, and you saw that in our video. Dan is a super awesome guy. And Dan is a guy that unless you existed here in the Central Florida skate scene, you may not know who he is. But Dan is foundational in being a major contributor to skateboarding in Central Florida. That guy works hard. And so I'm hoping to schedule a dinner and a time to vlog with Dan coming up maybe next week. And then I've scheduled a trip to go to Myrtle Beach. I'm going to be up in Myrtle Beach in a couple of weeks. And I'm talking with another friend of mine up there, Mike Steinkamp, and I'm hoping that Mike and I can get together to hang out and to skate a little bit. Well, let me rephrase that. For Mike to skate a little bit, I'll do some recording. I'm not going to skate. Mike is a rad skater, and that guy's got skills that go beyond just traditional skateboarding. He's a big DIY guy, and you'll love him. He's got a great personality. He's a good friend, and I love what he's doing from a ministry perspective. I also love who he is as just a human being. He's a good dude. So hang around with us. Please go ahead and buy some raffle tickets. We've got, like I said, we've got just a few left. I should have looked it up before I started this. We're probably somewhere around 70 tickets left, I think, something like that. It's going to a great cause. It's totally supporting 2 missionaries. We talked about those in a previous vlog as well. That's Kyle Brush going to Africa and Dan Gray going to Peru. You can check that video out. I'll try to link it in here for you so you can see that. But other than that, today I'm going to go ahead and finish up cutting up these raffle tickets and filling up the bowl here to get all the raffle tickets that we've already had purchased put in there and ready to go. I'd love to get the remainder of these tickets sold. So if you would please, share this with your friends. Get them invested in supporting these missionaries. I promise you, 100% of the proceeds are going to support these guys. It is a great investment. You're taking the kingdom from Michigan and from Pennsylvania, and you're taking it to the world. You're taking it to the uttermost, which is awesome. It's our fulfillment of the Great Commission. So I hope that you enjoyed our trip to Oregon. I got a little bit emotional in there talking about my kids and everything. It's just a weird time for me in my life, but I'm stoked to see what the Lord is going to do with the rest of my days, no matter how many days that is. So I appreciate you guys going on this journey with me. I appreciate you sharing my content and hanging out with me. Please get connected with me on Instagram. I'd love to chat with you there. You can see pictures and stuff that I put up. I've started to use stories. I started to figure that out a little bit. And hopefully that's cool stuff that you guys would like to see. But don't be afraid to DM me there. I love to chat with you guys and hear what's going on in your life, or just to say, hey, what's up? That kind of stuff is cool too. Also, if you've got anybody that you think would be cool that you'd love to see me vlog with, please comment that below. I'd love to see who you'd like to see. And I've got connections all over the world, so it's likely that I could get time with just about anybody. It's just about resources and availability. So I love you guys, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you bearing with me as I get through this cold, and I'll get some really good content up for you guys over the next week or so. Thanks. God bless.